what I'm talking about. Let's go. Hawks win 8-5 over the Detroit Red Wings on the road. What a way to break the slump. This bad slump that they've been on for a while now. They break it against the hated Red Wings, and they put up 8 goals. There's a lot to get through, so let's talk about the game. So about 10 minutes into the game, the Hawks, well, there's no score, and Kurashev's on a rush with Jones and Kubalik. Kurashev waits, gives it to Seth Jones, who then fires a shot, and it's stopped. But the puck doesn't get completely stopped. It squirts through, and it looks like it's going a bit wide, but Kubalik's right place, right time, right there, picks up the puck and puts it in the back of the net to make it 1-0 Chicago. So a few minutes later, Hawks are on the power play. And it's Seth Jones who tries to pass it up to Kane, and he goes back to him. And Seth Jones has his stick held on by Sam Gagner, and he's still able to get the puck back. He hangs on to it and gives it to Kane, who then passes it across to DeBrincat. He doesn't quite shoot. He's not in the position that you expect for Kane to DeBrincat. But DeBrincat passes it to the stick of Dylan Strome, who's right on the crease, and just tips it right into the net past Alex Nedeljkovic. And it's 2-0 Chicago as Dylan Strome gets on the board. Power play goal. Big goal there. Alex DeBrincat, a perfect pass. And that was all. And Seth Jones kept that play alive with that effort, and it paid off. And then just a few minutes after that goal, Dylan Larkin's able to keep the puck in the zone for the Red Wings. But Seth Jones gets over there to fight with him to try and push it out of the zone. And he does. Seth Jones not only pushes it out of the zone, but he's able to pretty much get it away from Dylan Larkin, and it just kind of squirts back behind him. And guess who's right there? Patrick Kane, who then picks up the puck. There's a little behind-the-back spin pass to Dylan Strome, who then has a little time to take a shot. Spins around, gets to his forehand, and he just wrists that onto Nedeljkovic. And he scores! It's 3-0 Chicago. Dylan Strome's got 2 goals in the first period. 3-0 already. How about that? Jones gets another fantastic play to set up a scoring play right there. Like that's just unbelievable. That was fantastic passing and fantastic teamwork all around. Because with under 40 seconds to go, Robbie Fabry, trying to enter the zone for the Red Wings, has to get around his own teammate in Hronek, which allows enough time as he's trying to get his stick around for Jake McCabe to take the puck away. And so he passes it right back out of the zone to Dylan Strome. I've already said his name so many times. I don't know what's going on with Dylan Strome, but he's having a fantastic game. He's got the puck. He's got another chance for a shot, and he shoots, and it's saved by Nedeljkovic. But the puck goes right back. This puck went right back to the stick of Dylan Strome as he's moving in, gets his own rebound. Instead of shooting, a perfect touch pass to Sam Lafferty, who buries it. First goal with Chicago, and it's 4-0 Hawks. Going to first intermission, Dylan Strome has a 3-point period. Wow. A recent acquisition, Sam Lafferty from the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this is his first goal in almost 60 games. So that's got to feel good for Sam Lafferty to get a puck in the back of the net finally and score with his new team. So after one period, it is 4-0 Blackhawks over the Red Wings. Just absolute domination. So we move on to the second period, about 5.5 minutes in, and Jordan Osterley dumps it into the zone, and there's a nice pass to Robbie Fabry, who then moves in and dekes past Marc-Andre Fleury to score the Red Wings' first goal. He was all alone. Now, see, this wasn't just any pass. It was a giveaway. It was a pass from a Hawks defender that intended to find someone in a white jersey, but ended up going directly to Robbie Fabry's stick, which then caught Marc-Andre Fleury off guard, which then allows Fabry to come in on a fast breakaway style, one move back and into the goal. You want to know which player made this play? Just take a guess. Seth Jones? No, he's made some really good plays. Jake McCabe? No. Calvin DeHaan again! I ratted on this guy all last year, especially down the stretch. He's not good. Turns it over, gifts Robbie Fabry an open breakaway. It's a free goal. DeHaan does his best to try and do something, but it's nothing. It's futile because you know what? Robbie Fabry's going to score. The Red Wings, it's just, why did it have to be Calvin DeHaan? Of course it had to be Calvin DeHaan. This was just a terrible play. I don't know what he was thinking. He literally gave it right to him. I don't know who he was thinking. There was going to be a Hawks player over there because there obviously wasn't in at least like 5 feet. He literally had probably at least a 5-foot radius around him with no one near him. And Calvin DeHaan just hit him right there. It's almost like DeHaan saw the first player and just passed right to him. And it cost him. And literally about a minute later, Jeff Hronik just kind of dances with the puck while stalling for a line change. He moves up, and he gives a little pass action with, I think it's Tyler Bertuzzi. And Bertuzzi, they exchange passes, and Bertuzzi shoots. It's saved by Fleury. But again, it's going to go right back to Bertuzzi, obviously, and he puts it in the back of the net. It's 4-2. Detroit scores twice in about a span of a minute and has cut the Chicago lead in half. We jump to under 30 seconds in the second period. As Robbie Fabry is just circling around trying to find a passing lane. He has to go to the bench, too. He just dumps it off before it ends up out of the zone. It hits the leg of a Hawks defender and finds the stick of Jordan Osterley, who then passes to a newly acquired Pius Suter from us. And Pius Suter shoots and scores. Of course he does, against his former team. I don't know why we traded him away to Detroit. Of all teams, why would we trade Suter to Detroit? I don't get it. A stupid decision. Suter was a fantastic player for us last year, and we gave him away to Detroit, and he makes us pay. It's 4-3. That lead, that 4-0 lead that we had, it's shrunken down to 1 goal, and there's still 1 full frame to play. And so Suter's 10th goal of the season sends this game to 4-3. And Suter's 10th goal of the season sends this game into the second intermission, 4-3 Hawks. Now about 5 minutes in, Alex DeBrincat gets a breakaway and has a really perfect opportunity to beat Calvin Pickard, who replaced Alex Nedeljkovic after he let up 4 in the first frame. And Calvin Pickard in the second didn't let up anything, and he made an amazing stop on Alex DeBrincat on this breakaway. Got to give credit where credit is due. Able to make a beautiful stop on the breakaway on DeBrincat, prevents Chicago from going back up multiple goals. But not for long, because the Hawks would shortly after get a power play, and on said power play, well, Seth Jones is, handling the puck, waits, and then fires, and he scores, but it's not Jones's goal because that puck was tipped in front by a certain someone. And that certain someone is Dylan Strome. His first career hat trick comes against the Red Wings, and Dylan Strome, have yourself a game. Goals number 5, 6, and 7 for Dylan Strome. His first career hat trick. Had a couple multi-goal games in the past. This is the first time he's able to get 3. And wow, that's got to be a great feeling. You look at the score, it's 5-3. He's the sole reason we have the lead in this game. At least when you look at the score sheet. And shortly after the Hawks go up 2, it's 4-on-4 action. Tyler Bertuzzi tries to do something as the Red Wings move into the zone. He drops it off. Well, I don't know what he was doing. He just lost the puck to Caleb Jones, who then moves up on a Blackhawks counterattack. And Jones gives it to DeBrincat, and he kind of backs off here. So it's DeBrincat with Jonathan Toews. DeBrincat then passes to Toews, who goes right back to DeBrincat, and he buries it. Hawks back up 3. It's 6-3 Chicago. So DeBrincat gets his 25th goal of the season. That is Toews' 15th assist, and Caleb Jones has his 3rd assist with the Hawks this year. So DeBrincat, scoring machine, and he's going to be able to get one here. So with 8 minutes to go, the Red Wings are on the power play, and Bertuzzi has it behind the Hawks net, gives it to Raymond, who then sets up Sider, who blasts it past Fury to cut the lead to 2. And as we advance to under 5 minutes to go, Dylan Larkin trying to dump it into the Hawks zone. It's blocked by Calvin DeHaan, and Calvin DeHaan once again tries to clear it, can't do so. Larkin is able to knock it down, and he picks up the puck, and he shoots. Perfectly placed shot. It's 6-5, Dylan Larkin with the unassisted tally. And so the Hawks, who just went back up 3, have their lead cut down to 1. Once again, this time with under 5 minutes to go. Second time Detroit has climbed back from a 3+ goal deficit. Now, not quite all the way because, they didn't tie the game at all. But they got close. Now with about 4 minutes to go after the Hawks are able to scramble and clear the puck out, Brandon Hagel dumps it in the zone and is taken down to the ice by Jordan Osterley. It's cleared out, and Nick Leddy, a former Blackhawk, has the puck and tries to pass, but the pass is intercepted by Brandon Hagel. He gets up, he intercepts the pass, he moves it on Pickard, he shoots, and he scores! That's game. That is game. Brandon Hagel, 7-5 Hawks. Alex DeBrincat would then add an empty net tally, and the Hawks would end up winning by 3 goals, 8-5 over Detroit, in a 13-goal score fest between these two teams. It's not often you win by multiple goals after letting up 5. Not very common. But Marc-Andre Fleury, a winner in this one, letting up 5 goals. But the Hawks were able to score 8. The offense came alive in this one after they've been struggling. So, the Hawks get this big win against Detroit, and they have their final game against the Colorado Avalanche next, at home. Look, I'm going to be honest. They put in 8 goals. I don't know if they're going to do well against the Avalanche, honestly. Because the Avalanche are just that good right now. I think this is good momentum, but I don't think it's going to pan out for a win against the Avalanche. Maybe that momentum will translate when we play the Canucks. And then the Wild right after that. So that's really all that is there, honestly. And then the Hawks will have a week off until they play the Edmonton Oilers with the rescheduled game that was originally supposed to be played right after we played Seattle. So that'll be rescheduled to a week after our game against the Wild on the 2nd of February. We then play a series of games that include the Jackets, the Blues, the Panthers, the Stars, and the Jets. I think that's going to cover it all for just this stretch, as the Calgary Flames game that was postponed all the way back way when has now been rescheduled to April. So the Hawks will make up their games after they play the Wild in this break now that the NHL is not sending their players to the Olympics. So that's what the future looks like for Chicago. They need to get things together real quick. The good thing is that they're getting a lot of these games against the Wild and the Avalanche done now. So when the crunch time has to come in, it's not necessarily a lot of games against the best teams in our division. So fingers crossed. This is a big win against your biggest rival, your most historical rival. I am here for it. 8-5. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. If you liked it, please hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys next time.